What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, tigerfitness.com, creator of the Outright Buyer, partner in Ambrosia, 015 Nutrition, as well as IP Pro. There it is. That's my big-ass pro card they gave me when I won it. But anyway, those who've been following me a long time know I am a huge fan of hormone replacement therapy, right? I'm a huge fan of longevity treatments or using technology to live a longer, better, more productive, more optimal life. But as data comes out, we can modify what we're doing and pivot. And it's really weird because I knew all along that Metformin and Berberine were very, very similar in their mechanisms of action, as well as what they do on the body. And some might even argue that Berberine is probably better for the intended outcome. And we'll get into that in a second. So basically, this will be, I'm done taking Metformin. That's it. And why I'm done taking Metformin, we'll get to, but first I want you to go to loblinerlowdown.com. That's loblinerlowdown.com. That's where I put stuff you might not see on social media. I have exclusive vlogging content, exclusive training content, getting ready for my show, interact with me, all that good stuff. It's growing and growing and growing. And right now we have a $5 per month introductory special. Now you might be like, Marc, you have all this, that, and the third. It's like, look, dude, at the end of the day, I can't do it alone. I got a staff for that site that I have to pay. So we made it very affordable. So we can do really cool content that I really think you guys will enjoy. So if you like it, go to loblinerlowdown.com for exclusive content. So anyway, this is the study that kind of put me over the top. Now, Metformin, you know, it's prescribed a lot, obviously, to diabetes. It's the #1 diabetes drug. It's like once you get diabetes, they put you on Metformin. And what Metformin does, it helps to lower blood glucose by controlling insulin. So in studies on rats, it has been shown to increase lifespan, which is what's so gosh darn impressive about it, that it literally increases how long you live. How it does that, whether it's through anti-inflammation, whether it's through blood sugar, whether it's through controlling diabetes, which is a lifestyle disease, a comorbidity, you know, that's up for debate. But at the end of the day, when people or rats have it, take Metformin, they live longer. And I'm like, well, shit. So I'm going to take a drug that's going to, that's going to basically control my blood sugar. That's going to make me live longer and potentially be leaner and uptake more nutrients. But there's a downside. It has about a 20% decrease in testosterone, and it's given to women with PCOS. Women with PCOS, they produce a ton of testosterone, and it's been shown to lower testosterone in women with PCOS. So my brother actually sent me this study the other day that kind of put me over the top. And here's the study. It's out of science.org. Here it is. Large study hints that taking Metformin before conception could raise risk of birth defects. The title of the article is Rare Genital Defects Seen in Sons of Men Taking Major Diabetes Drug. Metformin, a first-line diabetes drug used for a decade, may boost the risk of birth defects in the offspring of men who took it during sperm development, according to a large Danish study. Sons born to those men were more than 3 times as likely to have a genital birth defect as unexposed babies, according to the paper published in the Annals of Internal Medicine. The genital defects, such as hypospadias, when the urethra does not exit the tip of the penis, were relatively rare, occurring in 0.9% of all babies whose biological fathers took Metformin in the 3 months before conception. But epidemiologists say the findings are important because tens of millions take Metformin. So if it's 0.9% of babies, it's not that significant, right? But if it's over millions and millions and millions of people, significant. Just like you look at the recent pandemic that spread across the country. Sure, 99.6% survival rate is high, but even at 0.4% death rate, if 10% of the population or 20% or 50% get it, still going to be a lot of people, albeit not a huge statistical significance is still a large number of people. But the researchers analyzed records for more than 1.1 million babies born in Denmark between 97 and 2016 using comprehensive medical registries. Obviously, in those countries, they do keep very, very, very good records. In the 1451 offspring of men who filled metformin prescriptions during the 90 days before conception, the period when sperm were being made, the team found a 5.2% rate of birth defects compared with 3.3% among unexposed babies. That's a 1.4 times higher odds of at least one major birth defect, including genital, digestive, urinary, and heart defects after adjustments for a paternal age. Now, I will say, couple reasons we need more data, but I don't need more data. I'm done. We need more data because, number one, yeah, they're taking metformin, but could this be because these were unhealthy folks with diabetes and other comorbidities? So as with any study, unlike what the US government and CDC has been telling us, the science is not conclusive. The science is still moving. And that's why I can make pivots like this when I realize the science has evolved. So while I was going on a couple bros on Joe Rogan who were like, hey, metformin is really good for longevity, I looked up the studies. I'm like, great. Since then, we've had great data come out about testosterone lowering. Now, why wasn't I concerned about lowering my testosterone? I inject testosterone. I'm on HRT. So for me, that was a non-issue. But once you get into it actually affecting your sperm, even though I have a vasectomy, I'm not really concerned about that. That leads me to question what other things it can do within your body. Now, so that's metformin. I have a prescription metformin, and I'm not taking it. So what am I going to do instead? I still believe in the benefits of controlling blood glucose beyond what you do with diet. I still believe with modern science, we can help people live longer. So what is there to take? Well, here's the deal. Berberine. I have it in Nutrient Driver. It also has chromium as Chromax, which has more data on it than you can imagine. Banaba, RALA, that's alpha-lipoic acid, a fat and water-soluble amino acid, and Genema extract. So all of those have been shown to not only, I'll go over the benefits of Berberine, but let's say you don't buy my stuff. I recommend my stuff. It's well-priced, has other stuff in it that's awesome. Obviously tested, MTS nutrition quality. Let's say you just buy Berberine. Now for Berberine, the dosage I like to recommend is 750 milligrams 2 times a day. Okay, so what are the benefits of Berberine? Well, it is a effective antimicrobial agent. It helped in one study inhibit the growth of staph infections, Staphylococcus aureus. It can cause many health problems, including sepsis, pneumonia, meningitis, skin conditions. It also has the ability to damage the DNA and protein of certain bacteria, which helps to defeat it. Inflammation. So there's 2014 research that suggests that it has anti-inflammatory properties, which means it can help treat diabetes and other inflammation-related health conditions. If you guys follow me on Twitter or any other social media, you'll know that I promote that inflammation is the devil, not meaning when you get a bruise, meaning systemic inflammation. So we want to keep systemic inflammation down. Diabetes treatment, because it has positive effects on blood sugar, triglycerides, and insulin. Okay. It also helps with high levels of low density lipoprotein cholesterol or LDL cholesterol and triglycerides. It helps to control that. It can help lower LDL cholesterol, according to one review, in both animals and humans. So again, it's great with that. It has been shown in a literature reviews to find that it can, when combined with blood pressure lowering drug, can be more effective than taking that blood pressure lowering drug alone. So it can help to control your blood pressure. Also in a rat study, it indicated that berberine could delay the onset of high blood pressure, and when it does develop, can reduce its severity. It also can help with obesity. One review reported that people took 750 milligrams of this twice a day for 3 months, like I recommended, had a significant decrease in weight. Okay. Obviously PCOS, we talked about that, can be used to treat that. Again, that's beyond the purview of this. I'm not making any medical claims, just going by some data. As far as, I don't even want to say this. Let's say there's been some data on cancer. You want to look it up. I do not want to say that word in relation to data. The FDA really, really dislikes that, as well as gut health. One of the main issues with metformin is it causes some tremendous gut distress in the first 2 weeks, whereas berberine has an antibacterial action that seems to remove the harmful bacteria from the gut and enhances the growth of the healthy bacteria. So I really think that everybody who consults with their doctor first and gets their go-ahead should look into taking a berberine supplement. For me, as someone where type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle disease, but it can potentially have a genetic component to your predisposition to get it. My father died of complications from type 2 diabetes. So I want to make sure that, I mitigate that as much as possible, which is why I would take a berberine supplement like Nutrient Driver, even if I didn't bodybuild. As a bodybuilder, the reason we came out with this is to help shuttle carbs and control your blood sugar, prevent fat gain, and bodybuilding can be, not the healthiest endeavor in the world. So I want something that will control systemic inflammation to help mitigate some of the risks we put on ourselves by training so heavy, eating so big, all the other things bodybuilders do. And I also wanted a supplement that can give me steady energy throughout the day. When I eat higher carbohydrate meals, especially in the off season, or even when getting ready for a show, I never go below 350 grams of carbs, other than 1 or 2 days here and there. It helps to provide me with steady energy throughout the day. So with that said, that is why I am no longer taking metformin. Now, if you take metformin, I don't recommend you stop it, especially if you have diabetes, you're under the care of a doctor. I suggest you talk to your doctor about that. If you, again, with any dietary supplements, any changes in your diet or your supplement or your training regimen, I have to tell you to go see your doctor about that. But at the end of the day, you know what? It's about being the healthiest you possible. And I think that being the healthiest you possible, there could be, a huge benefit from these glucose disposal agents, so to speak. Now, I have seen people say that since berberine is so similar to metformin, that it will have the same side effects. Maybe, maybe not. And that's why we need more research. For now, we have not shown any of these effects in berberine from what I can find in the research. So we'd be guessing that because it has similar actions within the body, that it'll have similar side effects. Whereas, I don't know. And I don't even know the mechanism of action where metformin is causing these other issues. I don't know. And I've not been able to find it. What I do know is that there is data that is credible that is lacking, but it's enough for me to say, look, if I have a choice between getting a prescription for metformin or going on Tiger Fitness and buying Nutrient Driver, for me, as a guy without type 2 diabetes who's not under the care of a diabetes doctor, I'm going to go with berberine or a supplement like Nutrient Driver. There are other supplements that contain berberine. Obviously, I'm going to recommend my own because I believe in the work I do in formulating the greatest supplements on earth. Anyway, guys, hopefully that helped you. And hopefully that answers some questions. Now, there's plenty of information out there. I'm going to link a few studies in the description box below. I'm also going to link lowblinerlowdown.com. I encourage you to join me there. It's a great community. And of course, like this video, subscribe to this channel, tell your friends about it. Follow me on all forms of social media, from Instagram to Twitter to Facebook, wherever you are, I'm there too. I'm Marc Lobliner. That's not a game.
Look, bro, Ambrosia's Kinetic is back in stock. This is the only mushroom pre-workout on the market, and literally this is all you need.
Don't need it. I just get mushrooms from the grocery store.
The type of mushrooms that I'm talking about, you can't buy in the grocery store. You need a shaman. Now, but seriously though, reishi, cordyceps, lion's mane, they do so many things. Antioxidants, not to mention the raw power that you're gonna get from the creatine. You're not gonna get this with that.
I don't eat creatine. I just eat steak.
So you'll need a few pounds of steak for the amount of creatine that we put in here.
It's all right, bro. I like steak.
Listen, man, the type of focus that you get from the ginseng, the neurofactor, the coffee bean, you're not getting that without Kinetic.
I get all the energy I need from coffee.
That's not enough caffeine. You're not going to get the same energy.
For energy, I get white powder right here.
You've lost your mind, but I still love you. Let's go train. I don't care what you're saying. We're taking kinetic. This is all we need. Let's get out of here.